Are Kyle Richards and Morgan Wade back together? What? Girl, the tea is popping! And we need to talk about it. But before we start, welcome back. I'm the real Andy of Beverly Hills. Welcome to another piece of tea. If you are new here, welcome to another... Wait, did I already say that? Shit, my brain is like super going wrong right now. I'm living in the matrix, okay? Anyways, if you want to get all the tea, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you are part of the old crew and you have not done it yet, go to the notification bell, turn it off, and turn it on again. Girl, I haven't had like that situationship in a while. It's like my brain went blank for a second. Maybe it's because, I'm driving, so I'm like paying attention to the road, but like, girl. Anyways, so let's talk about this mess. All right, guys. So there is this TikTok going around, okay, that apparently Morgan Wade and Kyle Richards were like sneaking in together, and now people are saying that they are back together. Now there is a lot. I mean, look, when it comes to Kyle and this girl, there has always been so much confusion because like they have never like say publicly that they are together, but like Kyle definitely have alleged on even like on the show that she went through like situationship and it ended up like kind of like badly, and that Kyle was very hurt, and like there is a lot when it comes to Morgan Wade and Kyle Richards, because I think the secrecy of it all makes it even harder. I think the fact that Kyle is not allowed to come forward and say, yes, I was in a relationship with this girl and this is what happened, make it even worse, because there's only assumptions. Kyle is trying to say certain things, she doesn't say it, she wants to be respectful, but at the end of the day I will be like, fuck it, if she doesn't want to be with me, like I'm just gonna mention it all, right? Anyways, what we know is that they have been together for a very long time. I have people who were close to Kyle at some moments, literally telling me they have been together for like 3 years or something like that, or 4 years or something crazy like that, And I'm like, what? And they tell me like, yeah, everyone knows it, like this is a known thing, like they have like hang together before and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, that is wild. And I was told many times that the reason why Kyle will not come forward, it was not even coming from Kyle, that Kyle just doesn't give a shit about telling the world, I'm dating a girl now, right? It was all coming from Morgan Wade, and she was the one who always wanted to keep it a secret, that no one knew about anything, that no one will say anything, and also because she didn't want the attention that it came with the housewife. It sounds to me like someone was very insecure, thinking, oh, now instead of being my own person and my own like celebrity, I'm always going to be Kyle Richards' girlfriend. You know what I mean? But anyways, that was what it was said, and it was everywhere. And then, the reports were that they actually broke up because, the tensions in the relationship and the spotlight were just too much for Morgan Wade. She didn't want her name to be on everyone's mouth. And I'm like, girl, are you supposed to be like a musician? I mean, you literally are supposed to be a celebrity. This is what this whole thing is about. But anyways, so the tensions were too much, and that she felt that Kyle was like using her and like all of that. And I'm like, I think she was the one using Kyle Richards, if you want me to be very honest with you. But anyways, supposedly that relationship ended, right? But then after it ended, we got the news that Kyle Richards bought a house in Nashville, and everyone was like, why are you buying a house in Nashville? That is like so random, right? And guess who happened to live over there, you know? So it was very much kind of like, are they together? Are they not together? Is this like a weird situationship, you know? It's very possible, right? Well, apparently this TikToker was in a restaurant and, you know, she's a big Bravo fan and she was doing her thing, and then out of nowhere Kyle Richards come into the restaurant, you know. So this TikToker lose her shit and she just, you know, it's like, I love you, Kyle, you're amazing, you're incredible, blah blah blah. And Kyle is like, oh my god, thank you. And then she kind of like left for her table, and then minutes later she sees someone in a hoodie trying to be very sneaky, and that other girl end up being Morgan Wade. Okay, so there is definitely a connection. They're definitely having some kind of like a date, but now what we don't know if this is like a romantic date, a reconciliation date, and please block me and stop stalking me date. Like, we don't know what really is happening over here, right? But the fact that Kyle Richards now like has a house over there and Morgan Wade is there, and now the speculation is just going around saying like, oh, they are definitely back together. Look, at the end of the day, I don't really care if Kyle like end up with a girl, you know. I think the problem is I feel that Morgan Wade is being toxic for her, you know. Unless we actually get an insight into their relationship, you know, we don't know, we're not gonna know exactly how it works, but it feels, it's giving control, it's giving like she's never gonna like really allow, you know, Kyle to live this moment the way it's supposed to be lived. You know what I mean? And I think that's sad. I mean, sad and stupid. I mean, do you think like having a platform like Bravo, bitch, I will be selling myself. I will be like, Andy, what if you make the first lesbian couple where both of them are real housewives with their own taglines? Like, I will be using this so much to my advantage. You know what I mean? But yeah, so we don't know what is really gonna happen here. It's very it's giving confusion, you know. So anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. How do you feel about this? Do you think that, you know, Morgan and Kyle are gonna get back together? Is Morgan ever going to embrace the reality of Real Housewife? And is this ever gonna work out? Let me know. And if you're gonna get all the tea related to the Real Housewife of Beverly Hills or any of the other Bravo shows, make sure to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you around. See ya. Bye.